Ha ha! Let's go, crypto people. Life is good. Life is good. We're days away from the reckoning, baby. We're days away from the reckoning. Days away from the reckoning. Ooh. Bill Hinman, the dude, I don't know. He doesn't seem to be worried. We'll see what's going on, crypto family. Felix is in the building. How are you, miss? Good to see you. The lady of crypto checked in. Let's go. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks. Glad I finally had a chance to hook up with you guys today. Let's go. You're an early adopter. I'm an early adopter. We're all early adopters of this new asset class that it's a digital asset space. Holy moly. The market is doing what the freaking market does. Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the crypto. Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? It is the crypto Ceej with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is a digital asset space. What is going on, family? Good to see you. Mr. XRP All In is in the building. What's going on right now? Jimmy Valley. Jimmy Valley. I tried to tell the family, Keyless. I tried to tell them Jimmy Valley is a warrior. I tried to tell people, they didn't understand. They didn't understand, Keyless. I tried to tell people Jimmy Valley is a warrior. Oh, man. What is that saying? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. Your rights, your Fourth Amendment rights have been breached. Are you preparing for it? Are you preparing for it? I don't know. What should I do with this? Should I put it right there? Are you preparing for it? Pookie's in the building. How are you? Your Fourth Amendment rights have been breached. Are you preparing for it? Jimmy Valley is in preparation. I told you. I tried to tell the fam that ledger stuff, forget about it. I'm still convinced that wasn't. I'm still convinced those dudes didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what? We're just gonna come up with this thing where we can we'll custody your seed phrases for you. I'm not buying that one. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. Forgive the lighting, fam. I don't have my lights with me. I don't have my lights with me. Mr. Are we going to have an exchange so we can sell and buy? Yeah. What's going on with Topper and Uphold? Anyone use that? Anyone try it? Anyone try the Topper and Uphold thing? I haven't tried it. And for me right now, look, I took my XRP off of Ledger for sure. Not messing around. Not messing around. And yeah, not doing that. So Uphold got this new thing. I don't know what it's about. We'll see. If it ain't non-custodial, I'm not hooking up with it. But hopefully it is. Somebody said they bought some XRP using it. I haven't tried it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear you, Killers. I hear you. He did go on. He did go in on crypto. He did. And for sure, I get what Crypto Eddie was trying to do. Look, I've been in the space since 2016, had this channel. late 2016, early 2017 doing videos in the high yield investment space. Not a great move. But anyway, that's where I was. And I've seen, I've kind of seen some stuff and people let the emotions get the best of them for sure. Got some commenters, some YouTubers talking about we're vindicated and all of this stuff. But that's cool. But let us not forget who's been in this space for a while and who has been a big time value add for a while. It's okay. They can't always get it right. I know I can't always get it right. I mean, I was in Celsius. I had all my money in Celsius. All like not all, but like all in Celsius, right? I didn't get it right. So those who didn't quite understand the big picture, we can't forget the value add that they've had. They've been to this community for years. We can't just forget that. Got some newcomers coming into the space talking about we've been vindicated. Be careful, young man. Be careful. Be very careful, bro. I'm telling you, be careful. It's a long fall. It's a long fall. The value adds are the value adds. They've been here for a while. We can't kick them to the curb and get on this vindication train. That don't make sense. Don't fall for the good old boy network routine. Don't fall for that mentality, young man. Don't fall for that. Don't do it, my guy. Don't do it, my guy. I am Pookie Ceej. Pookie says, Ceej, are you loading up on Flare? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Exodus is my go-to. Keela says, I need to transfer my ledger stuff. I'm thinking even Exodus. I have it already. Yeah, I've been Exodus was like my second wallet after blockchain.com. Love Exodus. Love them. Trevor LeConte is in the building. What's good, bro? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. I'm telling you, life is good. We're early in the space. Look, Jimmy Valley, I'm just saying, look, this is not the internet of information, family. This is the internet of value. There's big players in this space that don't want you and I to win. I just get a chuckle out of the dude on Twitter who just can't wrap his brain around old money doesn't want you to win. Like this dude, Trevor, he can't wrap his brain around it. I'm like, where is your head right now? Is it in the sand or is it up your arse? Like, what's going on right now? Are you not paying attention to JP Morgan? Are you not paying attention to Operation Choke Point? What do you think? Gary thought of that? You thought Gary Gensler came up with that? It's been going on for decades. Like, did you forget about what Rockefeller and Morgan did in the educational system? Like, literally, did you forget about that? Oh, no. This entrepreneur, business ownership stuff. Oh, no. Let's get those out of the books. Just like the real history of slavery. Not in the books. It's not in the books. Not in the books. Why? It's not a great look. Yeah, Morgan and Rockefeller said, let's keep this financial, they don't need to know about that stuff. Let's train them to be workers. Old Money came up with that idea. Old Money came up with that idea. Got people running around with an average income of $35,000. What you gonna do with that? In a year, $35,000. People don't know the difference between assets and liabilities, and they just think, okay, cool. People don't know the difference between good debt and bad debt. People have no clue about trading their time for dollars. And the travesty behind that. People don't understand. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button if you didn't get to do so on the way in. No worries, just collapse that chat. Go smash the like and come back and hang out with the Crypto Ceej and family. RC says, evening, Ceej. Starts on, is that casino coin? Peer-to-peer bets? I don't have any thoughts on casino coin. I've never looked into it. I've never owned it. I've never watched a video on it. So I can't really wax poetically about it, my RC. Ian Rivera is in the building. What's good, bro? South Texas crypto is in the building. What's going on, my God? What up, Ceej? Texas Heat is back. Shout out to G Bull, a.k.a. Trevor Ponte. Yes, sir. Texas Heat is brutal right now. It's brutal. That's another lead. That's always great. Always good. That's always good. What is going on? So, right, it's amazing to me. But if your Fourth Amendment rights, what's going on, Jazz R? Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you check in the stream before, my friend. Yes, I do, 179 Kevin. Kevin, 179 Kevin says, Ceej, do you see a $100 XRP in our life? Yes, I do. The XRPL ledger, my friend, can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. It's more energy efficient, it's more scalable than the current blockchains. Hasn't had a fail, unlike other blockchains trying to get it together, like Solana, for example. I get it, it's technology, they'll figure it out, they'll get better. But right now, the undisputed ledger, in my humble opinion, is the XRPL ledger because it deals in payments. And now it's getting ready to deal in everything because they're working on some amendments to make more smart contract capability. Never mind what XRPL Labs and Vitse Vin are doing. Never mind what they got going on. Think about that for a second. I haven't seen the news of the central bank hooking up on the Ethereum blockchain for CBDCs. I haven't seen that news about the Bitcoin blockchain. Haven't seen it. Maybe it's out there, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a developer group from blockchain, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano out there promoting the blockchain for central bank digital currencies, for stable coins, if you will. Look, if you're going to want to win in the digital asset space, which is those of us in it and those of us looking in from the outside, or those people looking in from the outside, you better have something that works in the digital asset space and outside of the digital asset space. How are you going to win in this space? Little, what, $2-3 trillion space? How are you going to win? How are you going to win? You better have something that can be used outside of the space, if you understand what I'm saying. Central banks aren't in the digital asset space. Traditional financial banks aren't in the digital asset space. Their technology is golden olden. They're not in the space. That's why Ripple transitioned their model to a blockchain infrastructure company so that they could put the plumbing in place. They had to. There was no other thing for them to do. So I absolutely see a $100 XRP. Without question, I see it personally. I really, really do. I can't just forget about a little startup company out of California meeting with the likes of the IMF on a norm, on a continuous basis. I can't just get out of my brain that in a meeting of the central banks of central banks, all the central bankers, that this CEO from a blockchain infrastructure company was at the head of the table. And Madame Christine Lagarde, who was at that time the head of the IMF, was in the audience. How do you get that seat at the front of the table? Explain that to me. Can someone explain that? Charles Hoskinson wasn't there. He's a brilliant guy. What's the Vitalik dude? I don't even know his name. Is it Vitalik Buterin? I don't even know. The ETH dude wasn't there. There wasn't a representative from Bitcoin at that meeting. What about Algorand? Anybody from Algorand at that? None of them were there. Algorand, Polygon, great blockchains. None of them were there. This is not the internet of information. This is the internet of value. This is big money. The XRPL ledger is a disruptor, and it's exposing the banking model. A lot of people think they're working with the banks. That's secondary. The initial thing is exposing the bank. When did we learn how inept, clumsy, slow the banking model or infrastructure was before Ripple came to the picture? When did we learn it? Did you know? I didn't know. I'm telling you, they exposed them. Caitlin Long said it best. This ain't no currency war. This is a technology war. The banking infrastructure is in trouble. And not only are they in trouble, they're hanging on for dear life. And also, let us not forget when JP Morgan sent 15 people. Why would you need 15 people to convey a message? You ever think about that? Why would you need Achilles? They didn't just send a few people. They sent the whole team, like a starting football team. They sent 15 people to the office of Ripple. Why do you think that is? They probably had three people over here on, look, we're going to take notes and we're going to record everything they say. Then you got another three people over here, and these three people they're going to focus on Brad Garlinghouse. And we got three people right here, and they're going to focus in on Chris Larson. What's the other six people for? Like, was the other six people were they the lawyers? Like, what? You know how we can find out though, Jazzar? You know how we can find out? We can ask the people from Visa. Yeah, we can find out. We can just ask the people from Visa, because Visa opened their doors and said, cool, you can have some. That's what Visa said. Visa said in the long run, 30 years from now, we'll make it up and then some. That was Visa's decision. In case y'all didn't know, yeah. Visa anteed up. A lot of people don't know that. Rodwell Nobrega, what's good? My guys, good to see you. Keela said, got the same amarillo you just got. Oh, really? Wow, it's crazy. We get them all the time in the great state of Texas. Sad. What's going on? What's going on, Rodwell? Jazz Hart said, ding, ding, chicken wing. Look, Visa ended up. Visa's like, yeah, okay. You can have some. Hilarious. But, you know, that was back yonder. That was before DLT and blockchain and all that stuff. They was like, oh, okay, cool. Here you go. Ripple said, nah, we're good. And JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon's like, okay. So you think you're too big. You think what you got is too big. Okay, we're going to see. Pull out his little Rolodex and made some phone calls. Yeah. A lot of y'all think I'm joking. I'm telling you what is the deal. That's how Jamie Dimon moves. And he's been moving like that for a minute. Once you understand where the real war is with the banking regulators, once you understand who really runs the country. My guy James Rule shared a little PDF from Onyx, JP Morgan, Onyx, and cross-border payments. We all know about this lawsuit. We all know the lawsuit was about. It's the great disruptor. How else can you explain what's his name? Gary Gensler's complete 180. How else could you explain that? Because Jamie made a call. They made a call and someone said, I got a guy. I mean, come on. It's not hard. Yeah, I got this dude. He'll do it. He'll do it. He's one of us. You know, we've been saying on this channel for a while, like, look, brought him to the table. So you scratch my back. Okay, cool. Look, I got this political thing that I'm really looking, I'm really looking into. Oh, okay. Jamie Dimon. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got you. It's not hard. Like, it's not hard to figure out what happened. The challenge is, are we going to, like, after this lawsuit, I'm so curious, Keyless, Trevor LeConte, South Texas, I'm so curious as to see what the community is going to do in the digital asset space. Also, what are they going to do after the Hammond emails? What are they going to do after the Ripple case? I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. Are we going to continue to press on or settle for it? Are we going to continue to press on or settle for it? Are we going to let them just sweep it under the rug? Or are we going to continue the push to get our country back from those who have sold it out for personal profit? I challenge you, show me where your money is, baby, when you vote. Show me where it is, really. Show me where it is. Are you going to just vote the way your ma and grandpa voted? Your ma and grandpa? Or were you going to put your vote where your money is? The digital asset space, right? We're in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you going to let them take it away from you? That's what we're talking about here. And away from your children and grandchildren, are you going to let them take it away? Well, there's only two things we got: the law and our vote. That's it. There is no other thing. not your Ledger Nano. It ain't going to protect you. We got our vote and we got the law. But if you don't know that your Fourth Amendment rights have been breached and that you should look to another amendment from your state that's going to look out for you. Hello, Texas. Hello, Florida. If they ain't looking out for you, why are you paying taxes? Why are you hanging out there? If they ain't looking out for you, go to where your assets are treated best, my family. And for the crypto Ceej is home, that means often leaving this country. Texas is holding me down for sure in terms of the digital asset space. Like they're like, yeah, we're not with that. We're not with that Gary Gensler dude. Come on. I mean, that's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. We walked away from their liquidity pool. That's what we did. We walked away. Tap the line. What's going on, bro? He's like, nah, we're not doing it. Tap the line's like, I tapped the line. Yo, it's been a minute, my guy. It's been a minute, bro. What's good? Tap the line, snuck in here. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Right? I mean, that's so very important. Tap the line's like, I am here now and will be here after the case. I hear you, my friend. We can't let this go. This is too important. This is not the internet of information. But the internet of information, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, they were cool. They just sat back. Oh, this internet of information thing is fun. But the internet of value, where you and I get an option to walk away. We got this option now where we can walk away from their liquidity pool. Oh no. They stood up in this, you're right in their chair, like what's going on right now? Literally complained to Congress. Literally complained to Congress that people were leaving their bank, leaving and closing their banking accounts and getting into crypto. Complained to Congress. Anyone hop on to Trumer's only. Mr. Intuitive is a funny dude, right? Jimmy Valley and Molly Elmore. Anyone tune into that? What does it say? Fair market value for XRP. Is that 900 to 500,000? Anyone tune into that? Anyone tune in? It was an interesting thing there. Anybody have some interest in take? I want to, Raoul Paul. I'm going to share this with you guys. Raoul Paul says, I remember a guy, I can't remember his name, back in the high yield investment platform days. It was a YouTuber. I forget his name. And he said the same thing years ago about Bitcoin, the creation of Bitcoin. Years ago, I can't remember his name. He was like a wolf guy. He was like Mr. Wolf or something Wolf. I forget his name. Listen to this. And it doesn't matter because not enough people are going to pay attention to who created it and why. Not enough people don't care. It's not going to make it any less valuable.
One of these took off. And so, tell me more. I said, and I think the US government and the UK government invented it, which is the NSA and the GCHQ in the UK, who are the two world centers of cryptography. Because even how the white paper's written, it's
you think there's
transatlantic. Yes. Always have. And I asked the Department of Defense, they said, yeah, we've considered that too.
Now,
The
why would the
case
Department of
was
Defense? Why would the Department of Defense say, "Yeah, we considered that too"? Yeah, we've considered that too. That's the answer. I don't think it matters. For me, it doesn't make any difference. Money was created. Well, like money was created anyway. Like, wasn't it created? Didn't someone create fiat dollars? Some people say, well, gold wasn't created. Really? Who created the monetary policy? You got to have a monetary policy. If there's no monetary policy, what value is there in gold? One dude said there's a value in this piece of gold. The other dude said, yeah, I kind of agree. There's a monetary policy.
Official, or it was just people from that went rogue?
I don't think it's necessarily a rogueness. I think like Google have like Google X, where they do tons of experiments, right? They know that one of the esoteric risks for the entire Western system is the issue of money. So there's probably groups of people who are given things to try. And if you can seed a new system, maybe they tried 100 of these and just one succeeded. We don't know. But it would make sense because that's what they do, this kind of stuff. So one of these took off. And so I think it's always been. I don't think it's a coincidence it came out of the financial crisis. I don't think it's a coincidence that the halving cycle and all of this is all related. It is the solution. It always has been the solution. You just can't go there tomorrow. So all you need to do is let it happen slowly and manage that transition. You'll be okay. There'll be times where it speeds up because we've got something bad going on, and there's times when it slows down. But and that's what I think the US government regulation is trying to do. They don't want to ban crypto. Just slow this down. Because if all the deposits leave the banking system, it's game over. If they don't set up a way of collecting taxes because everybody's living in crypto land and they have to ask your honesty in what trades you've done, that's not going to work for them because they can't pay the bills. So I think they're trying to catch up. I think that the UK will have a CBDC. I think the Europeans will. It's all coming relatively soon, next 5 years, 3 years, 4 years. And they'll feel more in control of the system that they've got because they need to pay the interest payments.
Like for me, that makes complete total sense. Gillis right there makes absolute sense. It really does. And I'm so glad he says it because there's a naivety or in the digital asset space. People think that your crypto is not valuable if a U.S. entity can get access to it. People think, what's the other thing that people kind of think that there's just certain things that a certain nation, they just won't do that. Like people to this day don't believe when you read the two books, the Confessions of an Economic Hitman, people literally don't believe that. Like, what do you think the Alphabet Group is here for? Just to trade time for dollars? They got a lot of stuff going on at the Alphabet Group. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. The digital asset space is one of the greatest eye-openers in the history of man. Do you know how many people have become more intelligent, more savvy, more political savvy, more financial savvy, eyes woke to some madness? Like, for some reason, Keyless and Tap the Line, for some reason, people think that the SEC sued Ripple. Like, they're like, SEC is horrible. They're terrible. Gary Gensler's a monster. That's what they think. You don't think that the SEC had to get the blessing to make that move? Like you don't think that they had to get a blessing? They had to run it by current administration, and the current administration gave the go ahead. Like a U.S. entity sued an American company and haven't put one. They can't even spell fraud in the lawsuit. They don't have an F. They don't have a D, no A. There's nothing in there about fraud. Nothing. A U.S. entity with this disrupting technology. Who are they disrupting? Shined a light on the ineptitude, on the 14th century technology that they're operating with. You don't think, a lot of people don't think that BlackRock has the current administration on speed dial. Got the Fed on speed dial. I saw something the other day. I love it. I stole it. I did a shorts about it. It said that BlackRock has become the fourth branch in this US of A's government. BlackRock. That's why I love the digital asset space. It just opens your eyes to reality, what's good. That's why we can't let them take it from us. And they're trying, we can't let them. Remember, we have power collectively. Got to do that vote thing. We got to understand how do we protect ourselves legally. Got to understand that. You got to really delve into what the freaking buyback madness is all about. You got to understand what's really going on right now. Stop thinking that Alibaba and Alipay and all that's just a company. You got to really kind of get what's really going on right now. There's an infiltration at the government level. We got to figure that out because people have sacrificed this country for their personal profit. I ain't got to even mention people's sons. I don't even have to mention that. Like, those are realities. People showing up missing all the time. People, we have people hanging and shooting themselves in the chest. Like, how heck? And their biggest weapon, I promise you, fam, their biggest weapon is to get you and I warring with one another. What can we create to distract them and get them war with one another? Trying to get me to war with my neighbor. Trying to get me focused on insignificant things like the color of people's skin. What can we do? What can we do to get them distracted? Dano's in the building. What's good? Daniel says, bank don't lose. XRP is necessary. We merge soon. 5 years waiting for this week. Bro, it's been a minute, right, Daniel? Golly. said, you've said in maybe different ways the same thing in the past, Crypto Ceej, that they are trying to slow it down because they want to catch up. Glad Raul is putting it out there, open eyes. I love it. That's so great about the space and technology and Twitter and all of that, right? That's what's so absolutely amazing. Yet and still, what we got, less than 2% in crypto. I got dudes, listen to me. My bros have no idea what Twitter is. 200,000, 200K. When I left, it was 200K. It's probably more now. More than 200K. No idea what Twitter is. I mentioned some influence on YouTube. I mentioned Grant Cardone. No clue who Grant Cardone is. None, nada. Joe Rogan. Who is that? No clue. No clue. I'm talking about a dude that has billions of dollars in real estate. No clue who the dude was. I'm telling you. Look, I tried to tell some people about the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. They said there is no way that we would do that to some other people. That's what they said. That's what they said. Like, look, kumbaya is cool. It's cool. But my mentor used to say to me, can't you handle the truth? Is a little truth gonna take you out? You can't wake up in the morning now because you can't get out of bed because you know the truth? Come on. That's what my mentor said to me. I'm not falling for it. I'm not warring with my neighbor. You can forget about it. I am not falling for that trick. Nah, I'm good. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to let this rich, poor, black, white, all these things, these guns and no guns, guns and no guns, all these distractions. Distractions. Right? They keep running this country into the ground with the madness and taking all the other nations down because the dollar is the world reserve currency. And this digital asset space gave other countries other options. It's real talk right there, fam. It's just real talk. William Leather is in the building. What's good, my guy? South Texas Crypto says, our time is coming. Most just don't see it. And unfortunately, they will miss the train and end up being part of the new system and just go along with it. Yeah, I'm telling you, when we win, we will be deserving because this has been a patience game. You talking about a savvy investor? Talking about some intestinal fortitude, holding on to XRP, being in the digital asset space, transitioning slowly little percentages of your income from fiat into digital assets, into crypto. You got to give yourself some credit. You got to give yourself some flowers. Because I'm telling you, that it ain't easy. It's not easy. Media is not your friend. The media is not your friend. Jim Cramer, bought, sold, paid for. Mission in life is to distract the retail investor. Deluge, hoodwink, and bamboozle. Rodwell, no breakers. Corruption reigns in our government. People who would sacrifice their country for personal profit. Come on. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Sheila says, Ceej, have you seen what Ryan Selkis tweeted a few days ago? Exactly how I think of Gary Gensler's behavior once he started his idiocy. He gave me exactly those vibes. Just tagged you. Okay, thank you. I will check that out. You guys are, and everybody's asleep 100%. This is what I'm saying. Listen, how do you, like, what's going on right now? Like you could become numb. Let me tell you something, bro. This is my experience. My experience is just one of the most dangerous things ever is to become a highly paid government employee. It will numb you. Making more than you're making more than 95% of the populace. You got your health insurance, you got your life insurance, you got your TSP, 401k, it's all good. Air conditioning, I mean, right? Paid leave. Right? People whispered in your ear how fortunate you are that you're the elites of the elites. I'm telling you. Now, I was fortunate, right? Because I got turned on at 19. Right? When the United States military, I got turned on to entrepreneurship. I saw a different world. I was lucky, right? I went on a binging book and tape binge like none ever, not like crazy. So, even though I was in that environment, right? I was awakened. But most people, they're good. Jazz, I was I've been to the gym, dang, man, I'm the only one that knows what's going on with the financial system. I'm telling you, it's so true. It's so true. That's why I tell people all the time, if something happened with Bitcoin, what is the world going to end? The world's not going to end. No one knows. We're small. We're trying to grow. We're small. That's why I get incensed when YouTubers, entertainers talk about El Salvador. They're completely missing it. Bitcoin and the monetary policy behind it wakes people up. It wakes people up to what's going on. Technology be dang. Technology means nada. It's inferior. We all know it's inferior, but it's technology. It'll get better. The most important thing is it's another option. Tell me when the last time you got a monetary policy that's just broken. It's just broke. We need more options. They can't get it right. When did you decide that Chairman Powell was the dude to fix things? Fix things for me? That's what it's about. It's about giving those people another choice. They'll figure it out. The people in El Salvador will figure out that Bitcoin is not the best option for payments, but it is a better form of money than what they got. It's a better form of money than what they currently have. Can someone argue that? They'll figure out XRP. They'll figure that out. They'll figure out Ethereum. They'll figure out XRP. They're going to get awoken to all kinds of amazing stuff. They got to start somewhere. Each of us need all of us, fam. And all of us need each of us. Walk away from the YouTubers talking about, oh, the demise of Bitcoin, the demise of currencies, of countries using Bitcoin as a currency. Walk away from that nonsense. Didn't you and I figure out on our own that Bitcoin ain't the way for payments? Didn't we? Didn't we figure that out on our own? Didn't we figured that out, right? I figured that out. Can't the people in El Salvador figure it out? They'll figure it out. That don't mean that they're not going to hold it. That doesn't mean that they're going to learn that it has a chance to win the store value game. It hasn't won it. It has a chance to win it. It hasn't dethroned gold, but it has a shot. It's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. They'll figure it. I promise you, they're smart. They'll figure it out. All right, cool. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I need to hold some, but yeah, I'm not trying to keep trying to send this and make payments with it. I can't run my business around the Bitcoin blockchain. That's not going to work. They'll figure that out. We got to get them in the space. We got to get them in the space first. And they'll discover XRP just like you and I did. And then they're going to discover NFTs, and then they're going to discover DeFi, and then they're going to become awakened to the security and start thinking, wait a minute, hold on a second. I can hold my own stuff. I can custody it myself. I don't necessarily need a bank. I can hold on to this new form of money myself. Chazar is right. Get charged $30 to send $30 and wait 30 minutes. That ain't gonna work for payments. How is that gonna work? It's not gonna work. We all know it. Ethereum is not gonna work for payments either. We all know it. But there's value in the Ethereum blockchain. There's value in the Bitcoin blockchain. We need more choices, not less choices. We just know. Constellation, yeah. You're talking about DAG, right? That's right, Paul Bogle, right? We all came in first with Bitcoin. It's okay. I don't care who made it, created it. It doesn't matter. If BlackRock says it's good, if Larry Fink says Bitcoin is good, if Larry Fink says that the tokenization of everything is the real deal, that's what I'm listening to. Because he's got them on speed dial. Everything else is just a show, man. It's just a show. And the only reason Mr. Buffett and Mr. whatever his name is, Munger, the only reason why they haven't flipped because they're old, man. It's over. They're going out swinging. They're going out swinging with the monetary system that made them the most money. How is it they never say DLT and never say blockchain? They only talk about Bitcoin. Why? Why do you think that is? All right, fam, I'm going to head out of here, man. Got to hook up with Miss Crypto Ceej. Tila says, I remember Coinbase wallet app thing wanted over $200 to move $40 of Maker a while back for me. It's just not a great look. Look, is it going to get better? Sure. But the champ is here, baby. The champ is here. The XRP ledger can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. Who else has stood at the podium and screamed from the rooftop that their blockchain does the same thing? Who? Tell me. I appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for checking in. I'm going to hang out with Miss Crypto Ceej. Guys, listen, never ever forget this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, or we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.